Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fantastic adventure here on Pete and Jeremy's D&D Time. This adventure is going to be a little different than usual, and I've entitled it Casino Infernal. Let me set the scene. Selcress, you've been making your way through the Nine Hells on whatever various journeys that you've been engaging upon, and you found yourself just above the realm of Stygia. You find yourself in Phlegethos along your journey down deeper and deeper, when you receive a sending message from Roger, the gnome. And it says,
Selcress? Selcress,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Roger, what are you doing in my head?
around you, lava bubbles and rivers of molten fire itself flow all throughout this entire infernal realm here in Phlegethos.
Didn't I tell you that I was on vacation?
I know, Selcress, this is very important. I know. I need your help. There's an incredibly powerful artifact. It's extremely dangerous. It's down in Phlegethos. I know you're close by. If you could take a pit stop, I'm sending 3 of our best adventurers down to help you. I don't know a lot about it right now. We just can't afford to let it get out of our grasp. Apparently, it's just going to be a big sale.
Okay.
All right. Let me give you the heads up. The rest
I'm
of the
getting
party should
paid
be
for
leaving.
this, right? Like,
Yeah. Jeez. Meet outside Nessus Throne. It's a casino down in downtown Phlegethos. If you head there, you won't miss it. It's the poshest place in the entire level of hell. All right.
all right, I'll head over that way. Come on, Levi.
Selcress.
What?
You might be able to get away with it because kind of people expect to see you down there. But make sure the other guys all stay undercover, and it'd probably be good for you to go undercover too. This is I cannot understate how important this operation is.
Okay. I got my Red Ranger costume. Is that good enough?
You think that'll fit in the hells?
Not really, but I've seen weirder stuff.
You know what? I have faith in you. Do whatever you need to do. Just
Sure, I'll set those
for.
peons into shape.
Yeah,
You can count on me.
I can't send you any other information. Kurogan should know the rest when he gets there.
Okay. I'll head that way then. Bye.
And with that, you make your way to downtown Phlegethos. Phlegethos is an important place here in the Nine Hells. It is a realm, as I said, of molten fire, superheated magma, and just general. It is the helliest hell in terms of how people generally envision it. It is bustling with devils and all sorts of extraplanar creatures, as well as some that maybe you'd recognize from the material plane of the more evil variety. You make your way downtown, where you meet up with Euchaunkas, Kurogan, and Lance, who you all have been sent down to the 5th layer of hell. You've been down pretty deep. You've been sent pretty deep at this point with an important mission. You must recover the Eye of Vecna, an incredibly powerful magical item that allegedly has found its way to this level of hell and is being sold being sold and traded under the guise of a high-stakes poker tournament at this casino. I'm wondering, what costumes are you all wearing when Selcress comes upon you outside of the casino Nessus Throne? We'll start with you, Euchaunkas.
Okay. Well, I'm in my normal attire, which is, I guess, sort of bony split mail.
Okay. He's totally undisguised.
No, I'm wearing a beard and like a goatee. I stole this like forever ago. That one time, what was it, Ag? And there was like some water nymph causing issues. And the place was in total chaos because they didn't have beer. Yeah, I stole this beard, so I'm just wearing that.
Excellent. So Euchaunkas, you're just a lizard folk wearing your normal armor, but you got a beard. How does that feel in Phlegethos, the helliest of all of the hells?
In terms of like the heat,
Probably, yeah. In terms of like the comfort level and the heat, are people
it's
looking
fine.
at you?
I'm cold-blooded. This is great.
Oh, okay, yeah, right, of course. Are people
I
like giving
like
you
the
weird
heat.
looks, or are you good?
You tell me. I'm a lizard folk in a beard. I mean,
roll me, before we even get to everyone else's introduction, I'm just gonna have you roll me a, probably just a charisma check, because I don't think you're proficient like disguise kids or anything.
nope, definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, charisma. There we go.
Wow, you actually are blending in great. Maybe it's just the fact that you aren't standing out necessarily so much. You don't know.
Blending
but
in.
People
Just
aren't
another
people aren't
another
looking at
adventure, wandering hell, with a Pope hat on.
You look weird enough that
I
right.
do have my Pope hat on, so
Yes, you do have your. It has tentacles on it, right? Or something.
maybe it
I
was
don't
made
remember.
by a mind flayer.
You got your weird miter on. Excellent, Euchaunkas. The camera pans over to Lance Silverblood, Hierophant of the the Silver Hierophant. And Lance, you've also made your way down to hell knowing your mission. What are you wearing? How are you disguised?
Well, knowing the typical souls that go to the hell, I have elected to disguise myself in a black suit with very faint white pinstripes.
Oh, really?
A white bow tie is affixed to me, as well as a silver fedora. Just to make sure I truly blend in, I also have some rather looking red plastic horns that I have placed under the fedora.
Excellent. Do they stick out at all, or are they just if you take it off, they'll be
Oh,
busy?
if I take them off,
Ooh, that's a good
yeah,
disguise.
yeah. I gotta keep
Excellent.
that plastic band covered with the fedora to keep them on.
Of course.
I
Excellent.
also have my beard a nice bright red instead of its normal, more fluorescent color.
Absolutely, because you can change the color of your prismatic beard. Excellent. And Lance, standing beside you, towering, we have Kurogan, the great and powerful, a shining gold dragonborn.
Actually, you don't see Kurogan anywhere.
Oh, really?
Instead, right beside Lance is this large, kind of bulky, golden gilded devil.
Golden gilded devil.
Yeah, what's the
do
gilded
you
devil? I mean, so the only reason they even knew this was Kurogan is folk, but he had a friend, knowing he was going to the Nine Hells, make him up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So beside them, they see a gilded devil, who happens to be kind of bulky and also talk like this.
You can also talk like Kurogan.
Yes.
Excellent. So, as you all suspiciously wait outside of the Nessus Throne, the premier casino here on this layer of hell, you can see that there is a large kind of three-pronged pitchfork hanging above the main entryway to this casino. Above it, two red eyes can be seen painted onto the sign, kind of looking down. And then between the two eyes is a large kind of throne that seems to fade off into infinity even within the sign. And above that, the title, the Nessus Throne. And Selcress, this is what you see as you approach. You see Lance in a black suit, probably Kurogan, and
Probably
has a
Kurogan.
beard this time.
Well, hi guys, you all look dumb.
Okay!
Hey.
I had this man work really hard on this outfit, this costume. It was going to be for her cosplay.
Kurogan?
Yes, come on!
What happened to you?
It's a little bit of magic, a little bit of practical effects, some makeup. Nothing too serious, come on! It's still me! And he does this little, like, shake with his arms, this little shimmy.
I will poke Kurogan to see if my hand goes into his face as an illusion, or if I
It
actually
does not. You actually touch him.
Now that is
Practical effects!
quite some nice effects.
That's some dedication.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
Lance, you have the kind of the little envelope that has all of the information in it, which there isn't a lot of information. It's just apparently a deal going down here, and you have the kind of the little slip that you can use to get in to the casino. But as you're all just standing around having this conversation, kind of slightly near the door, you see a huge, towering devil. It's kind of got these rough, kind of stone-like scales all over it. Very, very dark red, huge wings behind it. And a very large kind of, what looks like granite mace leaning on the ground next to it. This is probably the bouncer, you think, for the casino. And it just kind of is looking at you.
Can I tell what kind of devil it is?
Yeah, it's a pit fiend.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just
Well,
looking at you.
Selcress has already got her disguise on. She has like her hair tied up and like little horns on her head and a little tail
Excellent.
and like a tiny mask, like a masquerade thing. Like she's not really.
Excellent. So,
Okay.
what do you all do?
Well, let's go in. Come on.
We'll leave the talking to you. You know your way about this place, right?
Yes, much better than us.
Yeah.
I whispered to her because the devil's supposed to know their way around this area.
Fine. Just give me the thingy. And she gestures to Lance.
I mean, do you think the leader of this party would have to deign to pass on the information? I'm pretty it would be easier passing off the two of them being
Fine. Come on
guards
then.
and being your manservant.
All right, manservant.
Open up this door.
We'll go up the stairs to the pit fiend.
Yeah, you approach the pit fiend. Can all of you make me, if you're proficient in it, persuasion checks? Actually, just persuasion checks. Just one persuasion.
Okay.
As you all kind of approach.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Yeah, as you all just kind of approach, the pit fiend looks at you all, kind of nods and gestures with his head for you to go in. He doesn't check any of your stuff.
Come on, guys.
We look the part, that's all this.
Yeah, exactly. And as you,
Selcress is just strolling in like she belongs there.
exactly,
Yeah.
this is a very, very posh place, Selcress. You maybe, I don't know if you've been to this casino necessarily. It's very, very fancy here on the 5th layer of hell. So as you kind of enter, immediately the smell and aroma of this casino overwhelm you. Incredibly rich spices from all corner of the plains assault your senses. Bright lights flash, and you can hear the glimmer of coin being passed. And then the music. As you look around, you are in the fanciest casino you've ever been in, if you've even been to a casino. On the far wall, the entire thing rises over 100 feet of just plate glass and aquarium behind it. You can see there are balconies, maybe 40 feet up on either side of this massive chamber, where there seem to be other rooms up and about. There are some card tables set out right out in front of the big aquarium wall, and before you just sits rows upon rows of slot machines, all manner of devils and other planar creatures having their go and seeing how they get. What do you all do?
Kurogan.
Hit the slots.
Kurogan is looking for their quarry first, and then maybe hitting the slots as well, because there's a lot of shiny stuff, and you know, Dragonborn, dragon, shiny stuff.
Of course. All that you know about this, you don't know anything about who has the
Do we know what it looks like?
eye. You know it's an eye.
Okay. Well,
it should
that's
look
helpful.
like a disembodied human eye. Maybe a little larger than your normal eye and kind of undeady, but that's all that you know from the undead. And supposedly there's a high-stakes poker tournament that will be going on as kind of a cover for the transaction. So I heard slots. Who's going to slots?
Me.
Also me.
All right. Kurogan, And Selcress run over to the slots. Euchaunkas and Lance.
I'm gonna go find the poker tables.
Excellent. So you're going to make your way over to the big aquarium, which remarkable that there's an aquarium here, given like the heat of this layer of hell. But yeah, gigantic aquarium. All sorts of different fish and things. However, you can only see about like 30 feet into the aquarium before it just is all darkness beyond. So, Euchaunkas, you're making your way across. The rest, two of you are heading toward the slots. Lance, are you just kind of following along one or the other, or?
I'll follow along with Euchaunkas.
Okay. Yep, so you two make your way over to the poker tables. And so the two of you head over to the slots. You head over to the machines, and you can see there are devils and all sorts of other creatures, you know, pulling the slots and putting in their coins. It appears that the primary kind of means of transaction here are these small, ethereal coins with kind of gold rims to them. The insides of the coin kind of swirl almost with a mist. And yeah, you can see that's what all the devils are playing with. So yeah, you go sit down at the slot machine.
How do we get some?
You don't know. You could go over to the counter and put up some money for him, maybe.
Sure, I've got plenty of stuff from Kurogan. Fun, probably.
Okay, so you guys head to like the right side. You're under like a big balcony ahead of you. You can there's a couple people that are in line ahead of you, but you know they get finished up very quickly. And as you approach, there's a very kind of old-looking devil with like a quadruple chin kind of deal. She's got a really big cigar sticking out of one mouth and a pair of like really thick black glasses covered in warts, and her skin is very green. Her horns are all kind of gnarled in different directions. She's got some frilly white hair. She looks at you.
What can I help you with? You looking to buy some chips?
Yeah.
Yep, that is correct.
Alright. How many you want?
What's the buy-in for the poker tables?
10?
10 chips?
10.
How much per chip?
Soul.
A soul.
One
See.
soul a chip.
She gives you like a weird look, like
You belong here, sweetheart?
Don't
making
worry.
a funny joke.
This is his first time, and you know he's a joker.
Oh, you know me too well.
she kind of puffs real hard on that big cigar. It's like a big torpedo cigar. And like blows a big ploof of smoke out towards your Kurogan in like a very disrespectful way. But you don't know how that works in the Nine Hells. Like, you don't know if that's really rude or not. But you kind of, all right, you buying in?
Give us a sec. We have to go talk to our compatriots real quick.
Yeah, come back anytime.
All right.
And Silvercrest is gonna move away, tugging.
Kurogan along.
Okay.
Don't talk to the devils.
But come on, you love me. Why would they not love me? Come on.
As you're whispering this, she can definitely hear you. She's just like, she seems to find it hilarious that you're making putting him in his place. So as you kind of make your way over, I assume the rest of the group, Lance and Euchaunkas, you've made your way over to the poker table. And you can see there are crazy creatures here. There are like 6, 7 armed devils, which the 7-armed ones are real weird looking. So they normally have an arm coming like out of their chest somewhere in the middle. They're dealing cards, and the cards are just flipping through the air in crazy exotic bridges. And then they, will flip out all the hands at the same time. And it's a very well-oiled machine, you'd say, running here. There are chips of all different kinds changing hands. You see at a couple of tables, like way off to the side under the balcony, they seem like they're actually playing for diamonds, but most of the places are playing for these weird spectral chips. And you notice there's one table that's a little bit away from the others that's closer to the aquarium. And there's just like a small gnome standing where there would be a seat where one of the players would be. There's like a 2 drow at the table and a very, very well-dressed, looks like vampire, and they're playing. And the gnome is just holding his hand above him, and you see a giant yellow eye just kind of open in the darkness in the fish tank, and then close, and just seems to disappear in the darkness beyond. And then the gnome goes to play some cards, almost as if mentally commanded. What do you guys do?
So these chips are purchased with souls, yes? Just for clarification.
Yep.
Okay, so you're all
Selcress is
together
coming over
now.
to tell you
Sure,
that.
Yeah, it's well, we don't really have any souls to trade, do we?
Yeah, I'll go get some chips. I'll be right back.
Hang
They're not
on.
playing
What?
Guardians.
Hang on, I'll call in a favor from Avistus.
They are playing with
He
diamonds.
might
Just
lend
build.
us some souls.
You really
You're,
had
like,
chubs with this little dude.
right now, you're in a pretty busy part of the casino, like right smack dab in the middle of this room, this main room. You can see that there are some rooms to the right hall, which seem to be more private rooms, and on the left side, there's like a big bar, a huge bar that goes across the entire wall here, which seems to be a lot more relaxed. There are some tables, maybe you'd sit down and get something to eat.
You guys want to come with me to the private room, or...?
I'm procuring chips.
Okay.
I'll go with you, you know, just because you can't trust me around devils.
To clarify, it's not like that kind of private room. It's like an adult kind of private room.
Oh, whoa,
Oh, maybe not.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe we should stay away from those
clarify that.
areas. I know you don't really know much about those areas, but it's not what you think it is.
I give a judgmental look to Kurogan.
But it's a private room.
It's
You
not
don't
the kind of
approach the
private
lady.
that you want to go.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm looking good.
thanks. I say, stroking the beard.
You doing anything later?
Yes.
Get off in about 14 hours.
No, I'm good, thanks. I'm just here for chips.
She kind of bites the end off her cigar and chews it up. Very well. What do you want? How many? She's giving you a mean look now.
I don't know, what's the typical amount people get?
To buy in 10 chips at the poker tables. But you can play the slots for 1.
I'll take 10. I'll take 20.
Very well. So I assume Euchaunkas, you're gonna vomit up people and use them? Is that your goal?
Oh, I take out a coin purse and pull weird little balls out of it that are sort of swirling and blue.
Okay, so
Is someone with me? Is anyone with me? Or
no,
am I
you
alone?
walked off while they were
That's-
talking about the private rooms.
That's probably for the best.
Okay, so Euchaunkas, where'd you acquire these?
The less you ask, the better. But all right. I mean,
This is for the narrator perspective.
yes. I think in that case, it's a mix of things. You know, every time I eat someone, sort of trap their souls. But really, it's mostly from inquisitorial.
Okay, I gotcha. Excellent.
Inquisitorial duties. I slaughter villages and steal their soul.
Cool. Can you roll me a D100? That'll determine how many you got.
Sure.
This is just how many you keep on you, of course.
Right.
25.
25.
All right. So you have 24 little balls, and you can feel one of them in your throat. There's someone down there. Ah, that's a lousy soul. But she grabs the guy, pulls him over the counter, and like shoves him into some kind of machine. And he's just like, "Oh God, no!" And then goes quiet. And there's a cha-ching, and you see a little coin fall out. And she picks it up, takes your little soul spheres, and gives you your 25 tokens. Good luck.
Thanks. I walk away.
Yeah.
And back to the group.
As you guys are finishing your argument, you notice Kurogan leaving the counter and walking back towards you all.
Not Kurogan, Euchaunkas.
Euchaunkas.
I'm sorry, Euchaunkas.
Well, I can't
Just because us reptile folk look alike.
Yeah, that's racist, Jenny. What the hell?
So
See
you're
how it
still
is.
in the middle of the place, and you're starting to get a lot of attention because you're in the way.
Hey, you
Lance,
guys are supposed to be inconspicuous.
right?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Well, we
Standing.
can't go to the private room. That's
Yes,
off limits.
I
It is
can't-
off limits.
I can't just summon him willy-nilly for no reason.
I mean, strictly speaking, they are private. We could pop in and pop out.
Private
That
rooms?
is.
Yes, as in adult private room.
I'm going. Bye.
All right, Selcress, you start
Selcress,
march your
wait!
way over to your right side.
Someone at least should go with her so no one else goes with her.
Ugh, this is my job. As a bodyguard.
Looking one.
So, Selcress, as you approach, and it seems like the rest of the party's chasing after you, but Lance, you're hanging back?
Oh no, I'm hanging back. I'm with
Euchaunkas
Lance.
hang back. Lance, you and Euchaunkas, cool. So as Kurogan, you're following short, not far behind.
Short stack.
Yeah. Selcress, as you approach, you can see there are two individuals that seem to be, well, there's a whole ton of devils coming in and out. But two in particular come to, approach you. And as they walk toward you, they appear to be kind of scantily clad humans with tiny little devil horns and, bat-like red wings and little tails behind them. But as they approach you, you can see their size kind of shrink a little bit, and their skin and everything change to appear like drow, like winged drow. As this incubus and succubus respectively approach you. What can we do for you, sweetheart?
I'd like a private room with. And she turns back to see who's following her.
Kurogan's he's like 10 feet back, trying to look conspicuous.
That golden idiot
Hey!
and that
Would you like
bearded
company?
idiot right there. They're company enough.
The succubus kind of rolls her eyes, and the incubus says, "Very well, it'll be one chip for 15 minutes."
Can-
Hey, Euchaunkas!
Go
What?
get it. Go get it.
Toss me a chip!
Okay.
And you just yell across the casino, "Yo, Euchaunkas! Undercover guy!" Yeah,
No one knows our names, it's fine!
a couple of
adventurous.
heads definitely turn. And they...
Haha, got you!
Euchaunkas, what do you do? As you
Selcress
you
is
notice people-
immediately going to stab him gently with a rapier.
roll,
Shut up!
you roll
This
your
is not the place to shout!
It was joke! Everyone got this, come on!
Shut up.
Selcress, I need you to roll the damage. If you're gonna stab him. If you're not, and you're gonna just try and pretend to stab him, I need you to roll a deception check.
Maybe with it.
Yeah, I'll stab him, but with my
Okay,
dagger
just give me the
instead.
damage then. You're gonna hit. I
Okay.
assume Kurogan, you're gonna let her hit.
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Tink.
Tick! Ah!
It
What did
actually
we
hurts.
talk about stabbing?
That you get it when you're bad.
No!
She gestures for you to lean down.
What?
Selcress, don't do that again. I can't suppress the warnings every time. You hear Roger's voice into your mind.
Okay. Sorry, Kurogan got loud.
Was he just
Bartholomew
calling-
PvP enchantments are very powerful.
Sorry.
I'm looking around for
Sure.
someone else to point out and say, "That's Euchaunkas."
Sure. Let's. The higher, the better for you. Oh yeah, you see another lizard folk just kind of walking around, also wearing a beard.
Whoa, Euchaunkas, great big cloud.
What?
Yeah, that's you.
No, I'm Euchaunkas.
Yep. This is. Oh wow, I'm really glad you're gonna die for this. Wow, yeah, you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be here. You're religious.
Yeah, you see a couple of the devils kind of approaching him, and they're kind of cracking their knuckles, and "Oh, one of Bartholomew's adventurers, are you?"
Not only
No,
that,
my name is Euchaunkas.
he's like a high priest of some big religion up there.
Go back to Godland, cleric!
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here!
Yeah, no one likes you!
Yeah.
You see a few of the devils descend upon poor Euchaunkas, and not long after, you see an unconscious lizard folk being dragged over to the coin counter.
Alright, Selcress is gonna hurriedly go over to the real Euchaunkas.
Well, are you going into the private room? You got a room. Oh, right,
Okay.
you need the coin, right?
Yeah.
The coin.
Coin, please.
Yeah, here you go. Kurogan, you do that again, and I'm pointing at you.
Alright.
Relax, relax.
She hurries back over to the incubus and succubus and hands them the coin.
Yeah, you're in the private room now.
Okay, cool.
What
God, never do that again.
Ah! He gives this innocent looking smile.
Alright.
There's like lovely red silk curtains and red and gold velvet, like cushions, stuff like that in here. This room is definitely meant for activities.
Oh yeah, I mean,
there's like mantles.
I didn't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you'd want with that, but
Kurogan's definitely never seen this before.
So Selcress, you're gonna talk to your shadow, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Excellent.
commune.
10 minutes is a ritual?
Yeah.
Alright, you begin your 10-minute ritual talking into your shadow. It becomes the entire temperature of that room drops about 20 degrees. It becomes like kind of chilly as you're in there and you begin speaking to your shadow. What kind of questions do you want to ask? Levistus is like, our connections are closed. Or except like probably a little more refined and elegant than that.
Yep. Well, it's Phlegethos, right?
Phlegethos, yeah.
I'm in Phlegethos. I'm on an errand for Roger. We're looking for this eye thing.
Make sure to stop by the Nessus Throne. I loved to visit that place back when I wasn't frozen in ice.
Well, we're actually there.
Oh, splendid.
I was gonna ask, do you have some souls lying around that we could maybe use? We gotta buy into the poker tables.
I should have a few hundred left in my account.
Okay. Do I just go up and say, I'm on Levistus's tab?
You'll probably need to prove to them, but it should work. I have no way of signaling them quickly, if that's what you mean.
Okay, I'll just, show them the... What would work as a proof? You know, I am your disciple.
I mean, Levistus doesn't know.
Okay,
It depends on who's there. Perhaps the word, likely you'll need to prove something.
okay, fair enough. But
Ask him where the thing is, where we're supposed to do the buying of.
The shadow's kind of human visage turns and looks toward your Kurogan as if just noticing you. Selcress, who's this?
This is a dummy. He's my peon.
Very well. He just turns back toward you, just accepting that. Like,
Yep.
that makes perfect sense. Absolutely.
Kurogan just slaps his forehead.
We're looking for an eye, a very powerful artifact thingy. Do you know where that is? I mean, it's apparently the prize for the poker tables, but kind of would like to know where it is in case things go south.
He wouldn't know precisely where it is.
Okay.
If it were on his layer of hell, he would. He doesn't have that kind of control here.
Okay.
And how many more questions do you get? One more?
I think one more.
Yeah.
What
would you like to ask?
Is there anything else we should, be careful of while we're here?
The Kraken has a foul temper.
There's a Kraken.
He just kind of nods, and the shadow melds back into the floor. And like a rush of hot air, the temperature in the room, rapidly increases back to its normal kind of steamy heat.
Nice and toast. Just the way I like it.
Well, there's a Kraken.
On the other side of the room, you guys have had 10 minutes, Lance and Euchaunkas. What are you up to?
Alright, let's go find my regular table. I mean, a table.
That explains a few things.
Table.
Sure.
Dude, I don't know what explains what.
what kind of tables are you looking for? Ones that are more humanoid or less humanoid or what?
For now, more humanoid.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d100, and we're gonna see which one of these guys get. Okay, and Lance, are you also? Oh, damn! You also going?
Oh my. Yeah, I'll stick with Euchaunkas.
Excellent. You two make your way over, and you end up at a poker table. Euchaunkas, how much money are you giving Lance? It's 10 souls just to buy in.
I believe I only have 25, so
24.
I'm giving him
He gave
24. So I'll give him 10.
Okay. Alrighty. So you two both sit down at the table. You can see sitting at this table, there is an imp, very iconic kind of devil, very familiar, as Levi Selcress is familiar as an imp. A devil just covered in spines, kind of like a porcupine coming off its back, and the back of its head as well. You also see at this table a man that looks, he's got big long snake hair, and he's a Medusa. Though no one's turned him to stone, so he's just standing there playing cards. You see the snakes seem to be looking around, trying to see what they can gather. There's a drow sitting at the table, a male drow. He's got a big, awful scar down his entire face, and one of his eyes is just kind of an empty socket. And yeah, that's. Oh, and there's an Arcanoloth, a fox-like creature. Actually, basically like a kitsune fox-kin person. He's got a kind of silver hair with a black kind of stripe down the back, and he wears these kind of big black spectacles. And he's kind of sitting at the table, he seems to be having a good time. So you all sit down, the 7-armed devil does all the tricks, deals you all out cards. All right, can you guys each roll me?
Real quick, before the game starts, is there any sort of warding against magic that I can see here?
Not that you see. I mean, it would make sense that there might be something like that here, but there's no obviously visible thing.
Can I make a search for it?
That'd be pretty conspicuous, but I mean, sure.
I mean, I'm just looking around.
Like at walls and stuff?
Yeah, like any sign of anything.
Sure. Lancer, were you doing anything like that as well? Because if so, you guys could have, give each other advantage.
I'd probably be measuring up the people at the table.
Okay, cool. So I need insight from Lance, perception, or investigation from Euchaunkas.
Oh, insight.
Yeah. Euchaunkas. Oh, right. We need the insight. Sorry. Cool. Euchaunkas, you're looking around, and what you're seeing is there's not really stuff on the walls or anything, but you can tell that there are definitely runes engraved along the side of the table. They're meant to look decorative, but they're definitely arcane, and they just go all around the edge of the table. You don't know what they do, but they're definitely arcane, probably defensive runes of some kind, or dispelling runes, one or the other.
Alright, I'm not going to be able to read their minds.
So, can each of you roll me 5d6? 5d6. That'll determine your hand. We're going to be playing very similar to 5-card stud rules. So, if you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, very good. That kind of stuff is what you want to get. 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, etc. Those are kind of the best.
Getting his hand, Lance will accept the cards and not look at them, confident in his hand. I said that before I rolled.
My lord! Now, do you put any back?
I do not put any back because I am confident in my hand.
So the actually, right, you don't put any back on 5 cards. The first round goes through. And, the first kind of round goes through, and it's mostly not really much of a raise. It's 1 soul. Do you, Lance, it comes to you. You don't have any more coins to put in.
It's hand him some more.
As the Arcanoloth sees you kind of handing coins over, he looks toward you, Lance, and the Arcanoloth speaks. Hello, friend. I'm Verasco. Perhaps I can give you a small loan if you need it?
Don't take that.
Oh, no, it's simple. Just half of your winnings when you're out. You seem very confident.
Don't take that.
I'm just here for some fun. I could spot you a couple dozen.
That's quite the interesting offer. Let's
Just
see
how
this
you win.
in the next round, and I will push forth all of the coins that Euchaunkas has handed.
He hands you 1 coin, right?
No, I handed him like a handful. I handed him like 3.
Oh, okay. And then, so you two are all in.
Yeah, I'm not super confident in my hand, and Lance is being really confident.
All right, off just nothing, off pure faith. So the cards flip on the table. You looking at your hands? I mean, you're not, Lance, but Euchaunkas, you look and, oh, this is not looking good for you. You got 2 pair, not bad.
Hmm.
Do you want to raise?
I don't have.
You don't have any coins, right?
Yeah.
It goes around the table. There's like a side pot that builds up a little bit between the others. And Verascal kind of looks toward you as it gets to your turns to either call or, let the side pot build. Last chance if you'd like to take out a small loan.
I'm good.
My grasp of this, like, how much gain would I get in taking out the small loan?
If you win, I mean, there's a lot of coins on the table, a pretty big pile. Actually, let me see how big the pile is. Oops.
Well, it's at least
there's a huge
double
pile.
ours.
You've got most of these tokens outside of this, don't you? I'll kind of see out the side of my mouth to Euchaunkas.
Not on me.
There's absolutely no risk. Just half your winnings if you win. Promise.
He's a fiend. I don't know.
I mean, worst case scenario, I'm stuck down here as collateral, and you can get those to get me out of here.
Ooh, even better. I can make that deal if you want. I was just going to give them to you. He's eyeing you up real good, Lance. What are you doing? Do you take him?
I'll take you up on that.
Oh no.
Excellent. He gives you the he gives you the 9 coins that it took to raise. And after everyone reveals, Lance, you absolutely have the best hand by a mile. And your total comes to 9 plus 10 plus 9 plus 10 plus 3. Which is going to be 21. Yeah, you get up to about 100 coins out of it. And Ralph says, ooh, good work. I knew I had faith in you. Doubles my chances of winning, you see.
Indeed,
Would you like to play
quite
up
the
now, or
strategy.
are you going to play for a while longer?
Let's play up now. We can always see how
Okay.
the next round goes.
You two, you're going to keep playing, Lance. Euchaunkas, you staying in?
I believe I'm out
Selcress
of.
and Kurogan getting out of the other room.
I believe I'm out of coins unless Lance is giving me some back.
The Arcana
man.
turn towards you and bats its eyelashes. Well,
Turns toward me.
yeah.
I'm not taking him up on anything.
Ooh.
I will
They're
place
fine.
a stack of 10 in front of your boy Euchaunkas.
All right, so we're gonna not play through every hand of this because that'll take forever. But each of you can roll me a D100, and we'll see how well you do overall over the next couple games. Okay. Alrighty. Oops, I need to roll that publicly. All right, wow. Even with their house advantage, you guys managed to win quite a bit more. By the time, you guys have taken maybe another 10 or 15 minutes playing a couple games, you're up like 300 souls.
All right. Good.
And, yep. At that point, the drow figure kind of gets up, excuses himself, and begins to head off toward the front of the casino where the stairways are up to the upper levels. Selcress, you and Kurogan have been just waiting for about 2 minutes while they finish their game, I assume? Or what are you two doing?
Well, I'm gonna go get some coins.
Also, Kurogan is gonna be like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
We're gambling.
Hello.
Alright.
Play.
I'm okay. I'm not very good at this. I'm more into chess, but you know.
You see that like both Euchaunkas and Lantern have a pretty sizable pile of coins in front of them at this point.
Jesus Christ! Well, I mean,
So, you approach the guy
Oh,
at the
no.
counter.
by the Nine Hills!
What can I do for you, sweetie? I see you're back.
Yeah, I'd like to take a couple coins from Phlegethos' account. I'm one of his acolytes.
Uh-huh. And I'm Asmodeus' consort.
She just stares.
You just have this awkward eye contact.
Mm,
Yeah, alright, sweetie. We're not gonna give you out of Phlegethos' account. That's been closed for years. Eons, even.
yeah, he's been stuck in that block of ice for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, it's closed? Is there a way to open it?
Well, yeah, if someone representing Phlegethos came to retrieve the coins.
Yeah, it's me.
He's gonna laugh.
Okay. Levi.
She just looks over to Levi.
And
And,
you're gonna convince me with an imp.
Maybe not an imp. But what about this?
and she just... So much for the low profile, by the way. She just kind of snaps her finger and
Oh,
like,
you're gonna make. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make an infernal decree.
Oh shit! There's a sudden, freezing of the land around you, as like ice forms all over the walls, and the band stops playing. A lot of people are like, look around. A bunch of faces turn towards you as little particles of snow begin to fall in Phlegethos, the layer of fire.
Didn't she say we were supposed to lay low?
I don't
And
know what's
the lady
talking about.
behind
I
the
don't know that
counter.
woman.
All right, yeah, sure. How many you want to take out?
How much is in there?
Let me check. She seems like a little intimidated as she backs away. Starts going through some files, not taking her eyes off you. She kind of pulls one out, half paying attention, and looks through it. 147.
Alright.
347.
That's what I thought.
You'd like to take them all out?
Yeah.
Very well. She kind of goes over to a big safe in the back, begins to flip through some dials, opens it up, and she takes out a small, very, very small, actually, sack of what looks like it's made of some kind of leather. She puts it on the counter and pushes it toward you. Nice doing business with you, madam.
and Selcress just has Levi take it off the counter.
What's
And
Levi's strength score?
As a barb devil, probably
Yeah.
pretty good. 16.
Okay. Well, I think there might be a bit of an issue. We're gonna find out in 2 seconds.
Does Kurogan have to come over and help with his 20
Alright.
strength?
Levi's falls to the ground, and the sack kind of breaks some of the flooring.
Oh,
All right.
my.
Kurogan sees this and goes over. Would you like some help, ma'am?
Yes, peon, pick it up. Apparently, this peon isn't good enough.
I heft it over my shoulders.
What's your strength score?
20.
That means the maximum that you can carry is 30 times your strength score and you'd be encumbered. So yeah, you can barely lift it.
I can lift 600 pounds.
Yeah.
How heavy
It's
is
like
this
a
thing?
tiny little sack. It is 500 pounds.
Wow. I've got 100 pounds left of carry weight, but hey.
You are just kind of having a very hard time moving it around.
Thank you.
And Selcress just turns around and kind of casually examines her fingers as she glances at the rest of the casino.
Well, we're here to play, aren't we? Go on.
Yeah, you look at it, that was 147,000.
Oh!
Yeah.
347,000.
7,000. Yeah.
Oh!
That's why it's so
That's
heavy.
why it's so heavy!
It actually seems to be magically enchanted to be lighter.
Fuck.
How much is in this?
He said like a couple hundred.
I'm gonna check inside the bag real quick.
There
I
are
just-
a couple 100,000.
Telepathically say, isn't he an archdevil?
It's not 100, it's a couple 100,000.
Well,
There are so many people looking at you right now. It's not even funny.
well, we're not gonna run out of chips.
She is so getting
I
fired.
cash out and walk over to them.
Okay,
I will
the,
follow likewise.
Strange enough, as you go to cash out, the Arcanoloth is just kind of there, nearby. You have my coins?
Did you already pay him?
I do believe. Damn it, he said half of my winnings, not half of my winnings that round, isn't it?
Yeah.
You already paid him after the first round, though.
Yeah, but he didn't say for that round, he said half of my winnings.
Indeed I did.
Well,
Would you like
I
to pay up?
suppose fair is fair. I will pay him half of my winnings.
He takes the coins and hefts them. Bang. Brain.
Quite the profitable scheme you've got. Shall we call this good for the night?
We'll have to see what else you win. And it just kind of struts away, smiling to itself.
Hey, we should probably have like fake names.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
And ladies and gentlemen, the high stakes poker tournament up in the aerial chambers will be beginning shortly. Don't miss it.
Okay, time to go. And guys,
Nope.
remember, the Kraken's angry.
Oh, the fish.
What does that mean? Is that a
That's
poker
the
term?
big
No,
arms
there's a
on the
Kraken.
fish tank.
Oh, the yellow eye.
Yeah, that was probably a kraken.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Feed
sense.
the Arcanoloth to the Kraken.
We could. That's your task, though. I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't.
My hands are not in.
Okay, maybe let's not. We'll just.
Let's just go. Before it gets too late and everything gets fucked up.
Selcress wasn't really expecting 100,000.
300,000.
347,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kurogan, you're still like, you're like waddling, holding this little tiny bag.
Yeah, Selcress is going up to the high stakes tables.
Sure.
She's a high roller, clearly.
Yeah. So you guys see the way that Drow had walked earlier, and that's exactly how you have to go up to the high stakes area. As you kind of walk up, you hear the band fading out down from the lower level. However, you hear another band kind of on this upper level start up. As you kind of walk up the stairways, head along the balcony, you can see on this upper level, left side of the casino, there's like a huge second room. This place is gargantuan on the inside. And you can see that the glass Kraken wall continues into this other chamber. Just the immensity of the Kraken's tank it might just be a portal to the elemental plane of water. You're not sure. Yeah, you hear the a new kind of tune kind of crack up, and as you enter in, you see this kind of like a stage, and on the far end, you see a very, very like a absurd. If you're at all attracted to humanoids, incredibly attractive female form. Very young, maybe early 20s, with tiny little perfect red horns up on the top and a sleek red tail tipped with a heart-shaped spur at the back. She's wearing very, very little, but what she is wearing is very dark, or very bright, kind of hellish red. And she is just kind of standing out on the stage. She's strutting forward, smiling, and just kind of looking at everyone else as the announcer gives the rules of the tournament and kind of talks a little bit about it. And you can see Lance, she's got her eye on you think. This she-devil, whoever she might be. And she says, "All right, boys, keep it clean. I don't want anything going wrong in my casino. We wouldn't want that, would we?" She just kind of blows a kiss out into the crowd. And there's kind of like, you see this little like heart-shaped kiss actually fly through the crowd toward you, Lance. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, or you can let it hit you.
I will roll a dexterity saving throw. Is this a magical effect?
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so you try and dodge out of the way, and there's no way you're fast enough to. However, 3 other people try and dodge into the way. And it just ends up, you end up in a pile on the ground, and the kiss just goes nowhere. And she makes like a pouty face. Oh. And yeah, you guys can hear the kind of like chatter going on in the room, like, "Oh, Lady Fierna." And people are very into whoever this creature is. And she makes her leave. Just very casually struts off stage.
A bit of magic swirls around Kurogan's left hand, specifically his ring finger. As he is not at all enchanted by this woman.
I think that was an archdevil.
At the bottom of the pile.
Absolutely was an archdevil. One
That
of
was
the two
Fierna. She rules over this.
Yeah, the other guy.
You guys want to fight her?
No!
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 Let's not!
Wide teeth.
I have no quarrels with devils. Demons are my hatred.
Don't Levistus and Fierna have a rocky history too?
Yeah, they don't.
No!
Sorry, Lance, what were you saying?
From the bottom of this dog pile with like saucer eyes and heart beating from fear or something worse, Lance is just gonna like take this chaos to just get a quick spell.
Excellent. Yeah, you cast your protection from evil and good, and no one seems to notice. All eyes are on Lady Fierna as she makes her way off stage.
I'm gonna use my hat to just sort of passively be reading people's minds.
There's a lot of like ugu over Lady Fierna, but there's a bunch of other people who are like super into like the game. They're sweating it. There's a super high stakes game. There's a lot of stress, and you hear from one individual. It's actually the drow you saw earlier. He's thinking about the eye. Like, where am I gonna find that eye?
I'm gonna watch him.
Okay. So you're gonna watch him as the tournament goes on, Euchaunkas?
For a bit, yes.
Okay.
Reading his mind the whole time.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's quite as much enchantment up in this room, which is even scarier if people can cheat like that here. If that's like okay. So Lance, Selcress, Kurogan, you 3 want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna enter
You can
the
play low if you want.
poker.
Oh, you're gonna play high stakes poker?
We're gonna play six poker, it's fine!
I mean, that's why we came here, isn't it? Or is that still later?
Yeah, your goal is to get the eye wherever it is, and you know the deal's going down in this tournament.
Okay.
Okay. So
What's
you
the buy-in?
The buy-in is 40,000.
Well,
It's high stakes poker.
yeah.
Well, so, who wants to be the one person in?
I'm...
She looks at... She, like, repels them. Alright, who's gonna go in? I'm the money.
Let's see. You know, Lance, you look like you and Euchaunkas were having a...
He was talking to that box thing.
I'm in a bit of a nasty position for
that's
any
true.
capital
You're very
gains.
right. You know,
So, Euchaunkas?
Oh wait, not Euchaunkas. Who is this Euchaunkas?
I mean, Janky. Janky?
That one's a bit rough. Let's not do that one.
Yuto! That's your name, Yuto!
Okay. And you can be... Xander.
Say that you guys
Xander! I'm Xanderil! That's my good name!
Weird, Crowley, Alex.
I'll be Crowley. Selcress, you can be Fox. Lance, I feel like Reflected really works for you, and Kurogan, you can be Xanderil.
Okay! That's a weird name, but you know, I'll go for it.
Yeah, I don't know where you're pulling that out from, but it sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Ahead.
Crowley.
Yes.
You want to be our representative? Or should we send Kurogan in and...
You mean Xanderil?
Yeah, you mean Xanderil?
Yeah, Xanderil. We should help him cheat, you know? Right?
I mean, it seems like Euchaunkas has a strat right now. Like, he's gonna be the ears.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I can mentally talk to Xanderil, and I can read the minds of the people around him, so...
Okay.
Euchaunkas is the intel, Selcress is the money.
Yeah.
We can't
Alex,
trust Reflected right now because, you know...
Lance, you're the
Kurogan's
cheat.
the player, and I guess, does that leave Lance as the acquisitions when it is found?
No.
Okay.
It's not his earnings, it's my earnings!
Yeah, Reflected is the hell.
Look out.
Yeah.
So look out!
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You might want to bless him covertly.
Do I know which of my many glorious support spells would be most
Also,
appropriate?
you want to do that in a private room, so here's a coin. Go do that.
Go bless yourself real quick in the play.
Well, I always have been an advocate for self-blessing. Come on.
Alright, so Lance, you come back a couple minutes later, you've blessed yourself real good.
I will bless myself and Kurogan, and I will briefly take a peek out the window and bless Euchaunkas.
You can't see them from the private rooms. The private rooms are downstairs.
Okay, I will bless the two of us, and since a private room is that sweet,
Levi's
sweet 15
with you, too.
minutes, then I will bless Levi, that good fiend boy. And since we get 15 minutes in this room, I shall spark up a few candles to get the mood right, and get some divination going.
What does this do precisely?
I can ask a singular question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days,
Okay.
and get a reply from Selune, or one of her, associates in charge of handling clerics. And I will ask the proper strategy for obtaining the eye.
The answer is quick action.
Quick action.
When the time comes, quick action. Also, you get this overwhelming, aura of concern for your safety. It's like, Slune's very worried about you where you are.
I will return this intense aura of concern with my own aura of concern for myself.
Okay. So, Lance, you're making your way back up. You're kind of the lookout. Euchaunkas, so it sounds like you're trying to use your miter to cheat, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Excellent. Can you roll me an insight check with advantage? Kurogan, you're actually playing the game. Can you roll 5d6s for me as you're drawing your hand? Oh, man.
For the record, I'm also relaying information to Kurogan.
Exactly. That's exactly how that's rolling. Now, Selcress, you're kind of the intimidation, right?
Yeah.
Can you
I got
roll
my Barb
me?
Devil.
Huh?
And I got the giant sack of money.
Yeah,
Tiny
but
sack of
also,
money.
You've got the very obvious, like, you still have that icy aura to you of, like, Levistus, right? Big fucking money here.
Yeah.
So can you also roll me an intimidation check?
Okay.
As you're, like, you're kind of strutting your stuff, so to speak.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Intimidation. That works.
Alrighty. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw. And this is going to represent a couple of rounds of the tournament play here. Not just one. So,
Well,
Selcress, you're trying to... What was that, Lance?
While I'm keeping the lookout, I'll stand very close to Euchaunkas so I can kind of input any information I see from about the table as opposed to in the table to him for...
Okay. So,
Oh yeah, does my bless do anything for this?
You're not blessed. Lance couldn't bless you from down in the other room.
He
Lance
brought
is the only-
her.
Yeah, I went down there with him, and then we keep
Oh,
the
shit.
cup.
So yeah, you can
Add a D4 to one of the cards?
Are you trying to cheat?
I mean, that's kind of the big plan we've got right now.
Yeah,
Well,
but Kurogan can't
are you
cheat.
trying to cheat with the cards, or are you not?
No.
Nah.
Okay, then yeah, you're kind of relying on everyone else, unfortunately, right now at least. So first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll for one of your opponents. Oops, I should roll this public so y'all can see it. Well, wrong roll. Sorry, that should be a wisdom saving throw. 29. So, Selcress, you're not able to intimidate Gosra the Pit Fiend. He's got
That
a
doesn't
giant
shock me.
crystalline mace. Yeah, well, actually, you have a pretty good chance of it, to be honest. He just rolled at 19 naturally. Euchaunkas, you're trying to read his mind. I'm going to give him just a charisma check for that, I guess. Or actually, it should probably also be wisdom save, huh?
I mean, that's if I dig deep. This is just surface nonsense.
Yeah, he's got stuff to prevent that. He rolled another natural 19. All right, so it's just on you right now, Kurogan. You're not.
Can I
able to
read
roll
him?
Any of your dice?
Can
You
I
can
read
try.
him?
You can try and roll a.
Insight?
I'm sorry. It should have definitely been charisma against you, Crowley, because you're trying to go against deception. So actually, he only got a 15. Sorry, we'll use that 15. So from Euchaunkas' insight, you can re-roll one of your dice if you want, Kurogan.
Alright. I'll do the 1. So 1d6. Turned into a 5. Doesn't really help me.
Okay. Yeah, Selcress wasn't able to help you too much. And now you can roll, Kurogan, against your insight against his charisma. Insight.
17.
Charisma. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't get to re-roll anything. I'll roll to see what he's got. Oh, I got a GM roll. Oh, man. So what do you got?
5, 6, 2, 2, 6.
Oh, and a heartbreakingly close. He gets 6, 6, 5, 3, 2. He beats you by a high 3.
Isn't on 3?
I have 2 pairs.
Drawn.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh right,
he
yeah.
has
There
2
should
pairs.
be. There should be a.
And I have 2 pairs.
Well, normally, yeah, we're not rolling it quite the normal way for that. We're trying to just expedite things. See if you can just outwin him with your base hand. That being said, yeah, you have 2 pairs. So actually, no, you should win. So Kurogan, you're doing pretty good. You're winning. It's some close matches. You're not having ludicrous luck, but you're not really losing much money either. Wherever you lose, you win evenly. And eventually, you pass by a giant, or a large kind of fish genie, who seems to be playing and doing a little poorly. You pass by Gosra the Pit Fiend, and you make your way to a table just beside the one where the drow and a balding 20-something-year-old man with a black bow tie and a white button-down shirt are playing at this other table, and you're like far into the tournament. And it's at this point that also at that table, actually, besides the drow, is a what looks like a chain devil, a devil covered in chains. And it's at this point that the chain devil seems to go out, but to buy itself back in, it takes out a not so discreet sack and puts it on the table, which the bald middle-aged human makes doesn't make eye contact with the drow, but makes eye contact with the barb devil, or I'm sorry, with the chain devil, and just kind of nods and accepts that as the buy-in. The game kind of continues, the human wins, and goes to excuse himself from the table. This is kind of right next to you, Kurogan. You're in the middle of a very, very tense game with actually the snake-haired the snake-haired man.
Yeah, are the rest of us seeing this?
Yeah,
I need Lance to take a peek. Is what I need, because Lance, you were on kind of on watch. Lance, can you give me perception? So Lance, what you see is the bald man go to leave through like a back door on the right side, on the left side of the room, and you see the drow kind of quickly get up and go to follow him. What do? You're a little too far away from everyone else. You're kind of making paces around the room, keeping watch. Same with Euchaunkas, reading everyone's minds. What do you do?
Did he take the satchel?
Yeah, he did.
See, knowing that Crowley is going around reading everyone's mind, I'll just keep it like hot and fresh on the front of my mind. The deal is a go, the package is underway, and hope that Euchaunkas taps me with that bit so he'll pick up on. Actually, additionally, just to signal something's going, because I always forget about my magic items, I will send a small brass man over to tug on the hem of Euchaunkas's clothing.
Oh, excellent. Lance, do you do anything? Do you go after them?
I will begin to follow them.
Okay. Do you make haste? Do you rush after them, or do you kind of try and be discreet?
I try to be as discreet as they were.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the bald human was kind of sweating a little bit. Can you roll me, I guess, just a stealth check? Euchaunkas, you hear Lance's thoughts right as the little brass man is kind of pulling on your robes or your clothes or your scale armor, and you can see Lance is making a not so discreet beeline in his black suit toward an exit door, literally on the opposite side of the chamber.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking toward that and shoot out telepathic messages to Kurogan, to Xandril and Fox.
Yep.
About the situation.
All right.
So,
Kurogan,
you're
folding
in a game with Gazra the Pit Fiend, a famed lieutenant here on the layer of Phlegethos. He's a giant crystalline mace, and he's scary looking right at you.
I am also looking back at him, trying not to seem too conspicuous.
How's this round going? How much money's on the board?
You are incredibly lucky. You only have 5,000 souls on the table.
Okay.
It was just the ante.
Okay. Selcress is gonna tap Kurogan on the shoulder. You get full. We're going.
Kurogan, you throw your hands down and Gazra looks up. Hey, what about my game?
I have a feeling that if I fold now, things are going to go really bad. Look, you can handle it without me.
Starts to get up, because, you put your cards down, and he's like, no one cheats me out of my win.
Fine. Keep playing. Don't lose too much.
It was a joke. Of course I'm not...
Good.
Selcress is gonna leave him with...
coin.
What?
He says, I want some of that Levistan coin.
It's got a special Levistus mark.
Yeah, it does, actually. It has his incredibly handsome visage on one side.
Alright, you can have...
I mean, yeah, well, how much do you leave Kurogan to play?
47,000.
Specific.
Excellent. So, Kurogan, you're like, at this table. Selcress, are you making a beeline? Because, like, you're now really behind. Euchaunkas is getting toward the door. Lance has gone out the door.
I'm gonna have Levi kind of...
I have to have Levi
put it back. Put the coins back. So he's gonna go do that.
It's too heavy for Levi.
Damn it.
Especially since you've won some money now.
Oh god.
You found out that you can carry it without any difficulty.
Oh, me?
Yeah, weird.
It's enchanted.
So,
Sure.
are you?
I'll carry it.
Question: are you making a beeline? Are you like running across the floor, or are you going to try and be discreet?
I'm gonna be discreet. I'm gonna just kind of wander around.
Give me a stealth check. Euchaunkas, and a stealth check from you as well. And Lance, as you kind of make your way out into the. Sorry, go ahead.
Is it eternal night in here by any chance?
Yeah, I think it actually would count.
Okay, I'll use my night weave to turn invisible.
Oh, excellent. So you're just bull rushing through invisibly.
Yes.
As the cloak wraps around you like shadows, you rush down. Lance, you kick open the door, I imagine, in chase. Dressed in your James Bond costume. And
I'm gonna use Dark Ones on
that Douglas?
Yeah.
On what?
On my self check.
Wait,
I don't know if it helps, but
you're gonna use darkness on yourself just in the middle of the room?
No, Dark One's own luck.
Oh, excellent. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that'd be a 13.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're making your way, but it's slow going. There's a lot of people, and you're not very big, unfortunately. Even with Levi pushing, which I'm giving you advantage for that, it's hard. He's not the biggest devil here. So, Lance, you kick open the door, and you can see that there's already a heated fight going on. The balding man with the black bow tie is like, fighting off the drow who's trying to strangle him. Just in the middle of this hallway, about 40 feet away. What do you do?
40 feet away, you say?
Yep.
Boy, is that not just utterly marvelous. I shall charge forth 35 feet up upon these boys. And might I assume that coming forth this far, they'd both be within 15 feet of me?
Yeah, definitely. It's a very short hallway. It's only about 10 feet wide. It looks like it's like a servant's access.
And I shall just come forth very audaciously
and Pete's voice is, "Help me!"
It's literally just Pete.
I can't very well refuse that, can I? As I come forth and give a twirl of my mustache. As oof. But yes, as a where if I can find it, where is it? There it is.
I believe
as
it's spray at 9th level.
Deep crimson color spray washes over this entire area.
God. All right. And are you? That's not smart. It targets everyone, right?
AoE, yes.
Okay. And it targets the lowest hit point creature first?
I believe so. I can pop the spell card.
Yep, it's all good. I know it does. You see the drow clutch at his eye, his one eye, and seem to become temporarily blinded, which is pretty huge. He immediately lets go of the human. As the human does not seem to be blinded from that.
Oh, shit.
You don't know whether the drow just had enough hit points or what, but he's not seem to be blind. Euchaunkas, you are looking through the open doorway about 40 feet back. What do you want to do? Lance is kind of in the way, but you're in this.
Move forward toward the human.
Okay.
Am I able to get past all of them?
How far can you move?
At full movement, 60 feet.
Yeah, you could run past them. You want to? You'd have to like jump over them, which you can just do. They're on the ground.
Yeah, I'll move past them. I'm invisible still.
Yeah, invisible Euchaunkas leaps over them, land on the other side. What would you like to do? Oh, that's your turn. Actually.
That's it. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Excellent.
Can I use Ghostly Gaze to watch?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you toggle on your X-ray vision, basically, as you're approaching, and you can see through the wall the struggle going on. The human's, like, punching, and actually, it's the human's turn.
Can I see the satchel and kind of what's inside?
Yeah, there's an eye.
Yeah, there's an eye. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and the human currently has it. Not that anyone else knows that. The human draws a rapier and stabs twice at the drow, hitting it twice, actually. The drow takes a pretty serious couple stabs to the gut. And you can see now, like, that the costume's kind of fallen off a little bit. The drow's wearing very similar outfit to yours, Lance. Very a black suit with a kind of white undershirt and a black tie. And we move to the drow's turn. The drow... So, Selcress, you're taking your turn to move, so you're making your way
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but at least I got to see the eye.
Kurogan,
I'm gonna keep that at the forefront of my mind, just in case Crowley reads it.
Okay, Kurogan, can you roll me a, I guess it's just gonna be a rivaled charisma check, because you're just trying to outbluff each other, basically, at this point. Oh, you're
I'm real good at those.
You lose half your money.
Oof.
Which, very bad hand. The pit fiend seems psyched. The drow, blinded, is going to stagger backwards and try and reach. And actually, we'll just kind of clutch at his chest, and the room will fill with darkness. Lance, you're plunged into darkness. Euchaunkas, you're just out of the way of it. That is the end of the drow's turn. We move to the top of the initiative, which is Lance. What's your move?
Figuring the human hasn't had too much time to move around as this darkness plunges, would I be able to make a grab at the bag?
Oh, no. It was, like, tucked away. It was not, like, out. You didn't even see it. But you saw the human.
So I want to know which of them has the bag. Knowing the might of my mustache and knowing that the human didn't fall to it, I will assume that the human had the advantage here, so try to gang up with our drow boy against the human.
Sure.
And
what you doing?
You know what? With little other option but just trying to keep things here, but knowing very well that's not a human because humans would be way squishier than that, Lance is just going to drop that sweet Spirit Guardians to create some difficult terrain and also maybe start wearing these boys down a bit.
Who are you hitting with that? Everyone?
Everyone that's not part of the team I came in here with.
I believe it's creatures you can see, correct?
I think it's
within range?
just an AoE. Let me double check.
Yeah, the phrasing will be of your choice or that you can see. The difference is if you can exclude Euchaunkas because you can't see him. So just check that for me and get back to me. Euchaunkas.
Any number of creatures I can see can be excluded, so I would not be able to exclude Euchaunkas, though I believe he's...
Actually, you can't even see you. Because you're in darkness right now.
Oh, I totally took that for granted, but yeah, I'll cast that, and...
Okay. It's now to Phlegethos. Alrighty, I'm gonna just roll for them. Let's see, it's Wisdom save? Yeah, it's a Wisdom.
Indeed.
The drow fails, and the human succeeds. How much damage?
On a success, it would be 3.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So, Euchaunkas, it's your turn. You see spectral kind of, what are they, stars, Lance?
They appear to be angelic humanoids with long blue hair and wings.
Yeah, you see angelic humanoids flying around. They look dangerous for the first time ever. What would you like to do?
Stay away from that.
Sure.
How big is this hallway?
It's 10 feet wide. You're about 20 feet away from, well, you see the darkness right in front of you.
Right. Suppose there's only one way to find out how this works. I'm gonna make a wall.
Oh, jeez. Okay. You make your wall?
Yep.
Right where you are? Okay.
So behind where I was, but yes.
Oh, okay. Blocking the way behind you?
Yes.
Cool. Can you roll me a,
Thanks,
roll me a
that's real
D100?
cool of you.
Actually, I'm gonna roll a D100 because...
No, I'm on the other side of them.
Yeah, so you're blocking their escape, right?
Yes, I'm blocking their
Yeah.
escape. You can still
They're
get
locked in with you.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna roll a D100. Okay. Yeah, it crashes, breaks the walls and ceiling, and is completely blocked off that side. You also hear an awful shattering sound, and there appears to be water dripping in on the right-hand side of the wall.
That's fine.
Where yeah.
That's not fine.
It's pretty fun.
There's also a groaning of wood, like immense pressure. All right. We move to Selcress. You rush in. As you turn the corner, you can look down the hallway. You see Lance, and you see these two figures in the ground. You can see them through Levi's eyes because of the Devil's Sight.
And
They're
I
40 feet
know-
away. What would you like to do?
And I know which one has the bag.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also you have X-ray vision, so you know. Yeah.
Yep. It's not the drow. The other one has it.
Okay.
And she's going to go ahead and send Levi to go and do an attack on that human person.
I don't think Levi can quite get close enough.
he
Unless you
can
want to
throw
do his
flame,
range
though.
attacks. Yeah, he can do that. No problem.
Sure. Yeah. He'll
Okay.
do that. Come on, Levi.
Levi will hit with the second one, and that'll actually do damage.
Okay, good.
You hit the human, and just he says in Pete's voice. Is that the end of your turn, Selcress? Or would you like to do anything?
No, she has an action as well.
Sure.
I think I could see him, so I'm gonna cast Hold Monster on him.
Oh, wow. What level is that?
5th.
All right. Rakshasa Pete chooses to ignore it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Do I still,
No, spell slot's gone.
okay.
He just ignores the effects of spells lower than 6th level.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Oh, yeah. He's a monster.
Yep, okay.
all right.
That's my turn.
Yep. All right, we move to the next in the initiative, which Kurogan, can you roll? Can you roll your charisma? We're gonna
Can I use Bless for this?
Yeah, definitely.
Bless
You could've been
has
using
burnt
last
out
time,
with
too.
concentration being on Spirit Guardians.
Oof, that's right.
Oh yeah, shit.
Can we say maybe it happened before? No. Charisma. This is pretty good.
Hey!
Hey!
Round. The guy with the pit fiend seems pretty happy that you're like putting up a good fight for a little gold devil. What kind of devil are you?
I'm oh, that's not my voice. I am a Gilded Devil.
Never heard of one.
Really? Because I mean,
What
it's in the
layer are you from? You just try and like run him in circles. You have to
Yeah.
do that at this point. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The rival spy seems to be able to see in his darkness. And Selcress, you watch him pull a gun and shoot the.
What?
Yeah, you see him pull a gun, and he shoots at the human. Oh, it hits. Oh my gosh. And the human will fail that DC. Actually, I'm just gonna put this in public now because you know it's actually not supposed to succeed,
Rakshasa.
barely. Yep, the Rakshasa barely succeeds. Still gonna take half damage, which is a ton. It's gonna be 19 points. All right, as he gets shot in the chest with a gun. There's a loud. Everyone hears it. And we move to the Rakshasa, which is going to use the Eye of Vecna to attempt to disintegrate the drow.
Oh,
He
good.
hasn't put it in his head yet.
Yeah, he put it in his head. Oh wait, no, he didn't put it in his head. I especially said he didn't. You're right. He's gonna put it in his head. That's his action. He rips out his eye, and yep, he put it in his head. That's the end of his turn.
Good.
Now we'll go over to the top of the initiative. Lance, what would you like to do? You sense a horrible darkness next to you. Just a horrible evil.
Let's get this rolling, since this is easier than the start of their turns.
Sure.
Do-do-do.
Yeah, oh, right. Yeah, okay. Constitution save. And you need to roll it as well, don't forget.
Shit, I do.
The Rakshasa chooses to ignore it. Your drow friend...
It's a wisdom save.
Oh. Alright, Wisdom, he's gonna take half damage. Your rival spy is looking real bad.
And
like,
as my action for all of this, getting tired of the constant darkness, I will cast Greater Moonlight to get rid of it.
Actually, the darkness goes away. He fails his concentration.
Oh, perfect. In that case, gee, did anyone who had means of seeing an eye get torn out of a bag and shoved in a head
You see an
say
eye
as
lying
much?
on the ground, and you see a horrible accursed eye in the Rakshasa's head, who now looks like a Rakshasa instead of teeth.
Can I make an attempt to tear the eye out of them?
No. Not like without holding him down and grappling him or something.
I will begin the process of grappling him to pull him down and take the eye out.
Alrighty, can you roll me a strength athletics check?
Oof.
Oh, he rebuffs you and you're unable to grapple him.
Oh
I
boy.
think that's the end of your turn, Lance. Euchaunkas, we move
As
to
a
you.
bonus action, I will go ahead and at second level, I suppose it's only at second level because second level spell, go on and, give him a boop of a spiritual silver blade. If I can find the right one. There
While
it
you do
is.
that, Euchaunkas, what would you like to do? He chooses to ignore your spiritual weapon.
Oh, shit, right.
I'm gonna go up to him.
Sure.
I see the spiritual weapon just sort of phase through him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite him in the side of the head.
Oh my god! Excellent. 13, unfortunately, is gonna miss.
Alright, I'll use my bonus action to bite him in the side of the head.
Sure. That'll hit.
Ah!
What are you doing? He tries to push you off. You are not able to get the eye out with that, but you think, like, if he were held down, you might be able to, like, actually get it out by biting him. It'd just be going right down the throat.
That's fine.
Okay. The end of your turn, Selcress.
Wait! Shit, never mind, go ahead.
Selcress. What would you like to do? You see this pile of fight going on.
Okay. Well, time to add Levi to that pile of fight.
Okay. Levi rushes in. Okay.
He's gonna try and grapple the Rakshasa.
Oh, shit. Okay. Cool. Go ahead and roll athletics.
He doesn't have athletics, so I'll just roll.
It'll be just strength, yeah. That's how the Rakshasa's doing it. Alright, the Rakshasa is able to rebuff Levi's first attempt.
Okay.
He can attack with this. He can try and grapple the second one, too, if you want.
Sure,
Because
why
he does
not?
have multi-attack, right?
Does. He
Yeah.
can actually attack 3 times with his...
Alright,
Claws
you can
and
try and
tails.
grapple him 3 times if you want.
Sure.
Oh!
Damn. Yeah, that one Levi grabs him and kind of starts to hold him down.
Alright.
The Rakshasa's like, release me!
The answer is no.
Fuck!
Selcress is going to... How's the rival doing?
The rival looks like he's about to die. He's very bad. He's got like 15 health left.
Okay, well, he
He's
doesn't
also a
need-
human. He's also, a male drow. I don't know if you care about that.
He's an inferior creature, it's fine. And he's
Sure.
probably from a rival house, so
Mm-hmm.
he's getting one of these.
Oh god, you kill him. He dies. You blow his
Okay.
head off. His gun clatters to the ground.
Alright, and then I'm going...
Jesus Christ! How much damage is that? Just so we know. I'm
Okay.
interested. I think
Sure.
that can't. Yeah, that kills him. Easy. Okay.
Yep.
I thought so. Just good to make sure.
Yeah, and then the other Eldritch Blast going for the Rakshasa.
as you hit the rival spy, there's just a soundbite that plays as he dies. The 16 will hit the Rakshasa. He will choose to ignore it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Rakshasa's a scary motherfucker. It seems
Rude.
your normal bag of tricks ain't gonna work this time around.
Okay,
anything else you
well,
wanna
I
do?
have extra bags of tricks. Don't worry.
Sure. End of your turn.
Yeah, end of my turn.
At the end of your turn, Rakshasa will use a legendary action, his one legendary action, to shoot the disintegrate ray thing grappling him. So
Can
can
he
Levi roll
do
me a
that?
dexterity saving throw? Yes, he can. As the eye glows with necrotic power, or forceful power. Wow, Levi dodges out of the way.
Yeah, good.
It blasts a hole in the wall behind him, and water begins to pour into the... Actually, I'll roll a d2 to see which side of the wall it hits.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, water begins to pour into the chamber. You're now all I'm sorry. Lance, the dead drow, Euchaunkas, and the Rakshasa are partially submerged as water begins to pour into this hallway.
That's fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. Kurogan, you want to roll another charisma check, or do you want to give up? You hear ruckus in the other in the hallway, and people are starting to look over there.
I'm gonna give it one last round and see how things go.
Excellent, excellent. I respect that. Go ahead and give me your
10 charisma.
Yeah, he wins a little bit more. You're down to 500 souls. Not doing great. The Rakshasa. Gazru the Pit Fiend seems pretty happy. You gave him a good game. The Rakshasa will take his +1 rapier and actually, wait.
Isn't he grappled still?
Yeah, he is. He can still use his rapier
Okay.
if he wants. But instead, he is going to attempt to dominate you, Selcress.
Counterspell.
Oh, shit!
Oh.
Now, he can't ignore counterspell. That doesn't target him,
Yeah.
right? It targets, right?
Targets the spell.
It targets the spell, I think.
Yeah, it does. Well, I'll say it counters the spell. I'll say it targets the spell. I will need you to roll your charisma check, because this is a spell that is above 3rd level.
Well, I cast it at 5th. I only have 5th level spell slots.
You then counter his dominate person. As Pete calls out, "Protect me, Selcress!" How do you respond?
You're not resistant.
You're not resistant. Excellent. We move to you, Lance. You see this Rakshasa is very concerned at the moment, held down by Levi. You see Euchaunkas going in for a juicy bite. What would you want to do? Do you want to help Euchaunkas, or do you want to do something else?
Does the eye seem like it's coming loose at all with Euchaunkas going at it, or does it seem like
the eye
it
looks
needs...
like it's shrinking in, trying to get away. The eye wants to be in this Rakshasa.
With Levi grappling it and Euchaunkas biting at it, what would I feel like I have good odds of plucking?
Well, you can either use your action to help Euchaunkas, or I guess you could hold an action for Euchaunkas to help you, if you want to do that. It'd be like one of you holding the head in place. Levi's got the body and the arms, so one of you hold the head down, and then...
I will look to Euchaunkas, give a nod, and, pose my fingers up and prepare an action to pluck the eye.
Okay.
Okay.
Euchaunkas, we move to you.
Alright, I pick up the gun.
Oh god, okay. You pick up the gun. It's kind of dripping with water a little bit.
That's fine.
Okay.
He doesn't realize how guns work, and neither do I. I hold it to his head,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, "Hold your head still, you stupid cat."
Lance, do you want to do anything as Euchaunkas does that?
This is an attempt at...
Oh,
An
intimidation. I see. Can you roll me an intimidation check? With
now,
advantage.
is it because of the gun, or is it because of my tunic of cat friendship?
You can roll persuasion check if you want.
I like that better,
Yeah.
a little.
And you'd have advantage either way.
Yeah.
The gun clicks against the Rakshasa's head. If you don't kill me, you can take it. And the eye kind of like writhes and twitches as he says that. Lance, do you want to go for it?
I'm fine with that.
I will give a nod to this and attempt to pluck the eye.
Can you roll me a strength athletics check? Because your fingers dig into the socket, but the eye has like little tendrils that sunk into the Rakshasa's skull. It's trying to hold itself in.
Would I have advantage with who? Cool.
Because Levi's helping you out, and he's holding still from Euchaunkas. Oh yeah, DC was 18. You barely.
Who?
You tear the eye. There's a horrible, like scream, almost a psychic scream. And I'm gonna need you to roll a dex saving throw as the eye reactively tries to disintegrate you with the last of its charges that day. DC is 18. Oh no.
Ooh.
What's your health?
Don't you have bless?
No, I don't have bless.
Oh no.
What's your HP?
Lance tears out the eye and turns to dust as I had 48 HP.
Yeah, Lance, you turn to ash.
Doesn't the Rakshasa also die?
The other Rakshasa also dies. Not knowing quite how it worked, he withers and dies as well.
Ooh, and he died in hell.
Yeah, not good. So yeah, the rest of you are now in this hallway, and as you kind of look around, it's starting to fill with water.
Yeah.
There's an eye just kind of bobbing around.
Selcress is gonna patch up the leak with ice magic.
Okay, it's a 10-foot disintegrated hole in the wall where water's pouring in, and starting to pour into like the gambling room now. And Euchaunkas has broken a hole in the other wall. What's your move? You guys have like a couple seconds.
Well,
Kurogan, at this point, there's no way you're going to get to them before they make a move.
well, it's time for me to go anyway, so I'm gonna whisper to myself, fly, and start going towards the thing.
Oh, you
Okay.
just start taking off? Okay.
Yep.
Selcress,
I say,
think the best way-
bye, it was a good game, bye.
I think the best way out of this is pure chaos.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going.
So Chris is gonna grab
Who
the
takes
eye.
Okay, Selcress is the eye.
I'm going to use control water
Oh
Oh,
no.
jeez.
to
Push
just
me out!
push all as much water as fast as possible into that other room.
Okay, so Kurogan, as you're flying toward the door, a wall of water just blasts it open and slams into you. You see Fiona coming out of the stage. What is the meaning of?
I'm just gonna fly through the water, because these magical wings could do that, right?
Oh, absolutely not. You're getting wrecked.
Selcress is gonna. There was a hole in the other wall. Does it lead like outside or something?
No, both walls are in the water wall, actually.
Oh,
But
good.
there is the other hallway, which Euchaunkas. Actually, no, there is a hole when you remove the wall, Euchaunkas.
Yeah, I take the wall and
All right. Selcress is gonna make her escape that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, it's kind of out to the outside of the casino. You can see about 100 feet below you, the streets of Phlegethos, all of their heat and steam pouring up.
Time to.
What did you do?
oh, was I able to get some lance dust?
Yeah, you have some lance dust, sure.
Oh
Levi's gonna come with me as we just kind of run out the side entrance of the casino. We don't want to be affiliated with.
How are
this.
you going to get down? You're 100 feet off the floor, off the road.
Well, this wouldn't be a
Do you
problem.
have a move? Because currently, security is beginning to push back toward you. Kurogan, you can like try and make a discreet exit, but you might get caught.
Euchaunkas? I
Hmm.
mean, probably. Can you use the water to, help me down?
What does this do? Probably.
Alright,
I'll move the water so it's a waterfall down.
okay. Levi's gonna hold Selcress while they make their escape down the waterfall.
Okay. Selcress, as you fall, the waterfall helps a little bit, but you're gonna take it'd be half of that bludgeoning damage because of the waterfall, but it would also be 32 fire damage. I assume you just shunt all of that onto Levi.
Yeah.
Levi hits the ground with you get up and you walk away, no problem. Euchaunkas, you're still way up there.
Okay.
You can try the waterfall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Death Ward on myself and use the waterfall.
You go into the crack, and it just, I'm
Oh.
fine.
Okay, it's fine. It's just, it hurts a little.
And with that, maimed Euchaunkas and perfectly fine Selcress.
I mean, I heal myself. I can do that.
Yeah. Kurogan, can you roll me a charisma check to see if you can sneak out without getting caught?
Come on, charisma to what we do!
Kurogan, they definitely catch you. Actually, there's so much chaos going on, I'll give you advantage. They catch you, Kurogan, and some point later you reappear in Bartholomew's shop.
Hey guys, thanks for the warning, by the way.
Look, things went belly
Did you
up.
always get the eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, great job, everyone. Let me just take that real quick. And into the bag it goes.
What the fuck?
You put that in the bag?
Roger.
Huh?
Roger, real quick while I'm here.
Yeah, what's that?
Put this into the memorabilia bag, and she's gonna take out one chip from her.
Oh, by the way, here are these back. Gives you 500 Bitcoins.
You lost
Kurogan
47,000 souls?
You made like 70,000 more!
These are souls? I don't think I could put one of these. Oh, whatever.
But
They're soul
with that,
chips.
I'm pretty sure there are worse things in the back.
you guys have succeeded in this crazy hell adventure. Thanks for playing, guys.
Roger,
Yay!
Roger, can you send me back to Phlegethos? I was kind of...
Roger can send you back to Phlegethos, no problems. You can continue your adventure in the hells.
Right. Bye, everyone.
And
Have fun.
you have all earned your 300 Bartholomew bucks and 2 points of experience for being mid-tier. Congratulations. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, well, just that's cool, you know?